when you sort of burst onto the scene, you were Little Miss Flint. How did that happen?
Well, it really did happen because of a pageant title.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Miss Flint literally just stemmed from a pageant title. Because I used to be like this really, really, really huge big like pageant kid when I was little, like constantly doing pageants. So when I won that title, I was like, you know, it was like a really cute title around the time. But then I was like, then me and my mom, we came with the idea, and she had like kind of gave me the idea. First, she was like, well, what if we just like use this platform, like use like this Little Miss Flint platform thing, and we use it so that like we can help kids not be super scared of the police, because you know there's a lot of younger kids, like kids in general, who are like really terrified of the police. So I wanted to use it to make sure that like kids weren't going to be scared of the police.
Right.
And you know, like that was like a really cute. It was cute and fun. But then you know the Flint water crisis happened, and I was like, okay, let me really like put this to good use.
But you wanted to use the platform, right? And what did you do? What did you decide was how you were going to tackle this as an 8-year-old?
Well, at first, when the like water crisis broke out and everything, like the people in charge were acting like literal like kids. They were acting like toddlers, and it was crazy because like, why are you guys arguing back and forth? We're not listening to each other. Like, we don't have clean water. Where like y'all take something serious? So they were not listening to each other. So I was like, what if I took it upon myself and maybe you know they won't act like kids? They might listen to a kid. It kind of took it took a lot because people kept on telling me to stay in a child's place. I don't know what I'm talking about. Basically bashing me when I was spitting the most facts. But I really just wanted to like bring awareness to the situation because like they weren't really bringing awareness to it. In fact, like literally the news was like, well, like it's not from the water, but it is from the water because people's houses, like their water, smell like chlorine, straight chlorine. Kids literally getting lead poisoning, like a lot of kids getting lead poisoning. People getting like rashes that resemble chemical burns. My little sister, for example, she had this big rash all over her arm. Trying to figure out where it was from. It was from the water. She had to be wrapped inside this special ointment and plaster wrap to try to heal her skin at night because of how bad that was. It resembled a chemical burn. And
you had a patch of eczema right on your face.
Yeah, like right here. I think it's still noticeable. It's been slowly going away, but it used to be really bad. But you know, I'm taking good care of it.
So when you were 8, did you really grasp how serious the situation was?
Honestly, like when I was little, I didn't really like grasp it that much because in my mind I was like, well, what do you mean I can't take a bubble bath? Like, what do you mean I can't drink the water? So that's when my mom was like telling me and my siblings, like, you guys can't use the water, like bottled water, like we cannot use the water. And honestly, though, I just want to take a bubble bath, and I had to get that to my mind. I had to remember. I was like, I want to take a bubble bath. Like, I want to like have the awareness for it because I want to take a bubble bath.
Yeah. But you knew you had to do something about it, right?
Most definitely have to do something about it.
What was it like, you know, as a kid? I mean, look, you listen to what public health officials say. You listen to what the doctors say. Kids are really vulnerable, and you know, at your age, did the kids talk about it? Were they worried about it?
Honestly, it seemed like they weren't really like that worried about it, which was like kind of scary. I mean, I'm like honestly, like I wasn't really that worried about it when I was younger. Like I can't even like honestly, and like it just felt like a lot of kids like they didn't really know what was going on because you know a whole bunch of people were saying you know different things. They're not knowing what to like listen to. Like they don't know what's like physically going on unless if like their parents are telling them that like, hey, the water, like we have a water crisis, cannot drink the water, like you're gonna get really like really sick. I mean, people were dying from the water, like legionnaires. Like that's it was just really bad.
And there's all kinds of long-term impacts, right? As you got older, did you start wondering? Did you start thinking? Did you start talking to other kids who might have been exhibiting symptoms that may be indicators that they perhaps were exposed to high levels of lead?
I mean, lead poison in like kids' brains is like really bad. Isn't it? Yeah, isn't it really bad because it stunts like their learning and everything.
Cognitive, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like really sad to see because like all these kids are getting affected by lead poisoning, and like our government officials aren't caring, like they're not caring what's going on with the water, like poisoning an entire city and not caring.
And you grew up surrounded by this as this was all sort of unfolding from when the crisis began to when it became public to when you became a part of making it more public.
Yeah.
And then where we are today. Have things gotten better?
No. Honestly, we still don't have clean water. Isn't that so crazy? Isn't that so crazy? We haven't had clean water, and it is 2024. It is a whole new year, and we don't have clean water yet. See, the people in charge don't care. They literally don't care, because if they cared, our pipes would have been fixed. We would have been had clean, safe drinking water. There is no reason as to why we should still have bad, toxic drinking water. Like, where is our clean water? We've been fighting for so long, literally since 2014, and yet no clean water, no pipes being fixed.
How long do you think this is going to take?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. I can't even give an answer to that because I'm not even sure. Like, honestly, I don't even know. Like, I don't think anybody knows because they're refusing to like listen to the people. That's what it is. They're refusing. It's just.
How does this affect your day-to-day life? Do you use the water from the tap? Do you drink it?
No, I don't drink the tap water.
You don't?
We have filters. Filters. I actually have my own water filter.
That's a thing.
Yeah, I have my very own water filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I partnered with this company called Hydrovid.
I do know about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And talk about that. That's fantastic. You partnered with somebody, a PhD, somebody who knows a lot about filtering. And tell me about that project.
Well, like way before I even had the idea to even like want my own water filter, I was giving out bottles of water. Was it like half a million or was it a million? Not half. I gave out 1 million bottles of water, doing constant water drives. It was really fun. It was fun around that time because I loved helping people. I still do love helping people. But it was bad for the environment because people weren't really taking it serious. Like they were littering, constant plastic all over. That's bad for the environment. Like we already have something going on with the water. Like we don't want anything going out, like, littering and all that. So that's where the idea of me wanting my very own water filter came into place. And it was in the works. And then, boom, it installs right underneath your sink. And you get clean, safe drinking water. It filters out literally everything. And every time I do an event, we're always giving them out.
Do you know how many of your filters are out there now?
How many have we? It's really been a lot. Like a lot. And it's not even just Flint that owns filters. Like other states, because like you gotta remember, like Flint isn't the only state, like not a state, but isn't the only Flint isn't the only city that has bad drinking water. Like honestly, America has a water crisis. Like people think, just because they live in like a higher income state, they won't have bad water. No, you gotta check your water levels. But it's not just Flint that has a water crisis. America has a water crisis, and like my filters, they're all over. They're all over because everybody deserves clean drinking water. Nobody deserves to have toxic water. Everybody deserves clean water. It's a basic human need. It's what we need to like live and survive. Like we need drinking water.
It sounds like you've done a lot of work and you've raised a lot of awareness.
Yeah.
And there have been some good changes over the last 10 years, but not enough.
Yeah, not enough. Not enough.
What would you like to see happen?
Getting clean water, finally. Getting our lead, getting our pipes fixed so there's no lead and bacteria and, PFAS, forever chemicals inside our water. I just want clean drinking water. That's all I want to see. Clean drinking water.